Hey, Althea, what's up? Bida ang saya, correct? Sa Jollibee, bida ang saya. Kumanta. Hey, Sean, what's up? Uy, nagbabalik ang mga mukhang tapos ng school ah. Our school days over na ba? What's up, Sean Conda? Thank you sa pag-like ng stream natin. Welcome. Well, let me just set up the stream real quick. And open na natin ang ating Flight Tuesday stream of Microsoft Flight Simulator. Sir Andre, what's up? What's up? Ayun, sabi nga ba eh. Pati si Althea first na first oh. Hi Kuya Borg, guni-guni. Wala na yan, guni-guni nyo na lang yan. Guni-guni. Guni-guni. Wala nang gumi-gumi, guni-guni na lang yan. Shout out. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Ba't ganun? Ayaw mag-ano ng... Sige, mamaya. Sige, later. Let me just set up the stream. So while we are setting up the stream, I would like to remind everyone that we are also cross-posted on Facebook on the pages of Darmoning JC Gaming Servin and Team LKB. So please check out their pages as well on Facebook and support them. And speaking of Facebook, of course, we'll have a poll, and the poll question will be related to our destination for tonight, which is Qatar. Yes, we are Qatar bound for the 14th leg of our Jollibee World Tour. Nasa UK ako ngayon, pre. Ayun, busy dyan ngayon, Sir Andre. Bakasyon na kami, ayun. Kailan yung last day nyo, Althea? Sila Betchay, kasi yung last day nila was June 8th. Yun yung kanilang graduation. Kaka-graduate nyo lang ng grade 6. Search mo FBW103. Sige, later, Sir Andre. Sinasarap ko lang muna yung stream natin. This stream is sponsored. Hindi, This is not in any way sponsored by Jollibee. Pero Jollibee, Bekana man. Bakasyan. Ngayon ko lang nakita, Bakasyan. Napakas lang mo dun, Althea. Bakasyan. Okay, wait. Share lang natin yung stream natin. Prep lang natin. Wait lang, pause. And let us also activate the poll question para makaboto na ang mga dapat bumoto. Yes, again, the question will be related to the destination, which is Qatar. It's actually second time natin sa Qatar. Pero first time, of course, for the Jollibee World Tour. But I've flown here in Qatar before. I think it was last year, if I'm not mistaken. Kasi VAT SIM na rin yun. Maybe last year or early this year. So anyway. Okay, so the question for our poll. Wait lang. Si Sir Andrea. Wait lang, Sir Andre. So the question for our poll is, what is the capital of Qatar? So two choices. Is it Doha? Or is it Doha? So if you are on Facebook, go ahead and cast your votes later at the end of the stream. Let's reveal the answer with the most number of votes. Ayan. Baka Jollibee yan, pre. Correct, Sir Andre. Jollibee yan. Safe skies. Did I miss out anything? Nagising ako ngayon kasi napatulog ako kanina. Yan. Ayan na, tinag na yung baso tinidor. Tinag na nung plato. Tapos sa bang klase niya ni Rebecca? Parang may klase pa yata sila and si Kyla yata. If I remember it correctly, hindi pa sila tapos ng classes nila. Okay, let me just share the stream real quick. And then after this, let's open the stream na. Wait lang, pause. Mabilisan lang. So we can fly na. And while I'm doing this, of course, please help me also to like and share the stream so we can reach more Beshiewap. Yan. Wait lang, pause mga Beshiewap. Share ko lang. Share lang ng i-share. Let's share. Let's share everything, and I'll also share. I'll also share the live stream on YouTube as well. Siyempre. Let's share it on Discord. Streamers announcement there. Okay, cool. We're good. We're good. Ayan. Let's go. May 25 end of school year namin. Tapos babalik kami sa June 26. June 26 pa. Tagal pa pala, no? Tagal pa na moving up, no? Kasi yung Calabechay last week, June 8th, graduation and moving up. So graduation for those who graduated grade 6, from grade 6, and then moving up for those who actually completed grade 10. Unfortunately, wala pa silang senior high sa school nila eh. So, ano pa lang, until grade 10 pa lang. Nagutom naman ako pa order. Sige lang, go lang, order lang. Sir Andre. And okay, so let's open the stream now. Welcome everyone. Welcome mga Beshiewap. Welcome to Borg's Gaming channel. And this is our Flight Tuesday stream of Microsoft Flight Simulator. We are flying the 14th leg of our Jollibee World Tour. 14th leg na tayo. And we are flying from Muscat, Oman to Doha, Qatar. Yan. So from OOMS to OTHH, total flight time is around 1 hour and 15 minutes if I'm not mistaken, or 1 hour and 30, depends syempre. And we will be flying on VADSIM. Our call sign is Jollibee27. Again, 14th leg na to ng Jollibee World Tour natin. So unfortunately, we won't be able to fly to Dubai kasi yung Dubai malapit lang sa Oman. So instead of doing a Dubai flight, we're gonna do a Qatar flight na lang. So madadaanan natin ng Dubai. Overhead ng Dubai. Sayang, maganda pa naman ang scenery sana ng Dubai. Anyway, July 7 pa, end of school year nila ba? So ayun, ang tagal pa. Oo nga. Tapos pasukan nila August, no? Parang 1 month lang yung kanilang 1 month lang yung pahinga. So anyway, ayan. So also, we are multi-streaming on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. So please support me by following me on Facebook and by subscribing to my YouTube channel. And please like and share the stream as well. I'm also an Epic Games partner. You can support me in Epic Games by using my creator tag BORGGAMING whenever you purchase a game or DLC on Epic Games. Again, that's BORGGAMING. It's spelled as BORG Gaming. Just one word. Please use that to support me as an Epic Games partner. So thank you in advance. Mabuhay po kayo lahat hanggang gusto niyo. Hey! Ho not huy. Thanks for the 10 stars. Russell, right? That's you, right? Russell. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that was you. Ho not huy. Thank you for the 10 stars. Let's pin that. Appreciate it. And welcome to our stream. Ho not huy is actually one of our viewers as well from... Correct me if I'm wrong. You're Russell, right? Ho not huy. From the last from our last stream. Asian Di Maano, Sir Asian, what's up? Thanks for the like. Welcome to our stream. What's up? Ayan, ano ba yan? Parang may buhok ni Dani. May ilong ko. Okay, so I guess we're good. We can fly na, no? Did I miss anything? Anyway, so again, I will be flying on VADSIM if you want to join my flight. So those are the ICAO codes of the airports that we will be flying from and flying to. So that's OOMS and OTHH. Later, I'm gonna show you the flight plan. I generated the flight plan using simbrief.com, so you can also check that out. So if you want to fly with me on VADSIM, please feel free to do so. Please join me if you want, and then let's fly together the 14th leg of our Jollibee World Tour. There. Okay, so let's start our flight. We will be using FS2 crew as well for this flight. Sir Andre, thank you for the like. Welcome to... Blue Sky. O nga pala. Sorry. Blue Sky. Yes, from Twitch. I thought Russell. Sorry, Russell was from Malaysia. Blue Sky, you are from Vietnam, right? Blue Sky. Yeah, Blue Sky. Sorry. My bad. Mod Rebecca is here na rin, ha? What's up, Mod Rebecca? Oo nga, matulog ka na. May pasok ka pa bukas. Okay, so let's fly. Let's start our flight. Again, we are using the Jollibee livery developed by Night Fury 08, especially for the fly-by-wire simulations mod, the A32NX mod, which we will be using tonight. So that's gonna be our plane. Yep, there from Vietnam. Cool. Now I know. Sorry, now I have to remember that. Because I always keep forgetting about it. Thank you again for the 20 stars.
Toy sent 20 stars.
Thank you, thank you.
Sparkling heart, sparkling heart, sparkling heart.
Sparkling heart, sparkling heart, sparkling heart. Cool, let's spin that. Thanks again. Captain Rami is also in the house. What's up, Captain Rami? He's on YouTube right now. Let's also support Captain Rami 777 on YouTube, also a fellow streamer and aviation enthusiast there. Thoughts on MS 2024? Sir Asian, ba't mo sinabi? Ba't mo pinaalala? Anyway, yes, my thoughts on MS20. So yeah, before we fly the 14th leg of our Jollibee World Tour, if you don't know by now, the game that we're playing right now is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 or 2020, sabi nga nila. 2020, and the reason why 2020 is because the game was released in 2020. Diba? So 2020 nung during pandemic. Now, they just announced that they will be releasing another installment of Microsoft Flight Simulator. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, for those who have played Microsoft or who have used Microsoft Flight Simulator or Flight Simulator 10, FS10, correct me if I'm wrong, if I remember it correctly, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 was 14 years in the making. So FS10 was released 14 years from 2020. So that's around 1996. Did I get my math correct? Anyway, so 14 years in the making. Correct me if I'm wrong for those who were able to use Flight Simulator 10 before, FSX. So 14 years in the making. So we were under the impression that Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 will run for at least 10 years before they release a new version of Microsoft Flight Simulator. But within this week, earlier this week, Microsoft Flight Simulator announced that they will be releasing Microsoft 2024. And it's not a DLC. It's not a downloadable content. It's not an upgrade from Microsoft 2020. It's a standalone software. So that means you have to buy it again. Now, according to the FAQs, most of the add-ons, especially if you bought the add-ons from the in-sim marketplace or in-sim market, you can use it in 2024. That's what Asobo Studio said, which is the developer of Microsoft Flight Simulator. So most of the add-ons, you can carry it over to Microsoft 2024, but of course you have to buy the new software. Now, the problem is with the third-party add-ons. What do we mean by third-party add-ons? Third-party add-ons are tools or add-ons that you actually either buy or downloaded from a third-party developer, which is not related to Asobo Studio. Kasi si Asobo Studio is the developer of Microsoft Flight Simulator. So, like for example, fly-by-wire simulations. This aircraft that we're using right now, the Airbus A320neo, this was developed by a third-party developer. Now, it's a freeware, so we did not buy it. However, there are add-ons that we bought, like for example, the FS2 crew for fly-by-wire A32NX. So, what's gonna happen to that? Now, we don't know for now, because now it's up to the developers if they will be giving a free upgrade of their add-ons from 2020 to 2024. So that's where the problem lies. Now that's my problem actually, Sir Asian, and that's actually my thoughts for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. By the way, sorry, Len Bonaco is also in the house. Thanks for the like, Violent Place. Let's also support Violent Place on Facebook. Thank you very much. DGM, thank you also for the like. Appreciate it. There. Wow, best in that. Yes, it's correct. There. 2006, sorry, not 1996. 2006. Really? Yeah, 2006, my bad. 2006, not 1996. Amen, sir. 14 years. There. DGM also. Mas matanda mi ng months. Ayan, correct. So there, 14 years in the making, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. So we were actually under the impression that it will run, the 2020, Flight Simulator 2020 will run for another 10 years, or at least 10 years. But, well, sad to say, of course, nowadays, developers also need to make money. So, We understand. We understand. Of course, it's just like any other game. Like Explain 11 being upgraded to Explain 12. It's perfectly understandable. Yun lang. My only hope is that the third-party add-ons will also follow suit. Now, I've heard two developers, or not heard, I've read that two developers or third-party add-ons developers already I forgot the name. Sorry, I should have taken note of their names. Two developers have already confirmed or pledged that they will offer free upgrades of their add-ons from 2020 to 2024. Now, I hope the other developers would follow suit. Hopefully, we'll see. There. Thanks, Valiant Plays, for the share. Yael Almonte, what's up? O yun, no? Kamusta, Darbo? Thank you sa pagdaan. Tagal na rin pala ng Microsoft. Yes, actually, Microsoft FS10 is the 10th version. Mod Rebecca. But in total, just actually this year, they celebrated 40 years of Microsoft Flight Simulator. So that means the first version of Microsoft Flight Simulator was developed in 1983. There. So hindi pa ako buhay nun. I was still not born in 1983. So I was still not in the world when Microsoft Flight Simulator, the version 1 of Flight Simulator, Microsoft Flight Simulator went out. So they just celebrated their 40 years Microsoft Flight Simulator. So yes, they've been in the aviation simulation video games for 40 years. Mod Rebecca, thanks for the share. Richard Rosas, thanks for the like. Zane Vizmanas, the wife of Team LKV, thanks for the like as well. What's up? What's up? Wait, let me just check. Next year, we are going to say goodbye Flight Simulator 2020. Correct. And welcome, correct. Yes, actually, Captain Rami, as much as I don't want to announce it by now, of course, I will buy 2024. And that's the only problem that I have. Hope that the add-ons that I have, especially the payware add-ons, the third-party add-ons, I'm hoping that the developers will also offer free upgrade to Microsoft Simulator 2024, or if not free, at least for a minimum price, at least because the paywares are really not that cheap for Microsoft Flight Simulator. If I have to compute the things that I've bought for Microsoft Flight Simulator for the add-ons, I think I don't want to mention, but it actually costs a lot more than the game itself. Anyway, so that's my only worry, that hopefully that the third-party developers would consider offering free upgrades from 2020 to 2024. Hopefully. Now, if you have your thoughts, feel free to put it in the comments section. Let's go ahead and talk about it. But first, we have to fly the aircraft. So anyway, let me just catch up the chat. It has been confirmed all the add-on will be transferred to... Yes, actually, Captain Rami. But the only confirmed add-ons are the ones in the in-sim marketplace. Of course, for the third-party add-ons, it depends on the developers. Mas matanda pa sa akin yun. Oo, actually, mas matanda sa ating lahat. Violin. Mas matanda sa ating lahat. Sir Vin, what's up? Ayo po, thank you din sa pagdaan. Mabuhay ka hanggang gusto mo. RIP A380, I hope they could keep up. Same, Sir Asian. Hope that they will be... Well, based on their... what do you call this? Based on the FAQs that Asobo released, if I'm gonna read it from the context, since they mentioned that the add-ons will be compatible with 2024, I think it will not be much work for fly-by-wire to still develop A380 for Microsoft 2024. If they have to tweak it, I think it's only minimal. Especially that they, Asobo confirmed that the add-ons have backward compatibility, diba? Microsoft 2024 has backward compatibility in terms of add-ons. So, hopefully. But still, hopefully the FBW will be able to release A380 within the year. I'm still waiting for that. Once I get a hand of the A380, I will be damaging all the taxiways in RPLL. Mark my words. Sama me. Let's go, Zane. Tagal na nila. Yes, tagal. Talaga ba? Oy, mas matanda talaga sa akin to. Madado ka, grabe ka. Acer Henry, we have another streamer in the house. JOS5 Henry on Facebook, sorry, on YouTube. Let's also support him. What's up, Sir Board? Shout out from Airport Tour Manager, correct? The manager of, or the owner of the International Airport Travel and Tour. Travels and Tours there. I sent you the message. Okay, I'll check as Captain Rami later once I have to fly the aircraft first. Saan po ba yung bansa na dadaanan ni Jollibee World Tour? Unfortunately, DGM, I still haven't planned the entire travel. What I'm doing is right after the stream, I go ahead and check for an international airport that is within 1 hour or 1 hour and 30 minutes away from the current airport that we have or that we are. So I actually haven't planned it, or I don't have actually a laid out plan for the entire Jollibee World Tour. But if you're concerned about the continent, maybe I can show you later at the end of the stream of what route or routes I'm planning to take for the Jollibee World Tour. But most likely that's gonna be the Middle East and then down to Africa. I won't be going to London because to the UK because UK is really busy. So I'm planning and actually the European countries have all traffic na or have more traffic. So I'm planning to visit the countries which have less traffic, just to showcase their country, their airport. Because some of my viewers actually wanted to showcase their countries or their places. So that's what I'm gonna do. So later, maybe at the end of the stream, I'll give you a preview of the route. Of course, the exact airports I don't have it yet. I usually plan it along the way, but at least you'll see you'll have an idea on the route that the Jollibee World Tour will be taking. There. Isa link. Out muna mi Kuya Borg, ilang formulas pa ang go lang mo Rebecca. Prioritize your study first, of course. I'm sure PMDG will hold up 7-7. Correct, because of the new SIM is coming next year. Now, that's another dilemma of the developers because a lot actually have been planned for this year, right? So now that there's a release, a new version of the game by next year, then there are a lot of questions from the a lot of questions from our developers of will the projects that they are doing right now, will they be compatible with a new version? So these things are actually can only be answered by Asobo Studio, and for now they still haven't received any information yet from Asobo. So hopefully Asobo will be able to release a statement about it, hopefully anytime soon, so at least the questions that we have right now will be answered, especially with the third-party developers. So we'll see. Thank you again. Thank you, Blue Sky, for the 20 stars. Appreciate it. Let's spin that again. Thank you. Okay, so enough of the talk. Let's just go ahead and fly first, and then later, once we are airborne, then let's continue our discussion. Okay, so let's fly first, of course, because I think I've been streaming for how many minutes already? Yeah, 24 minutes. But actually, it was good. It was a good discussion. And thank you, Sir Asian, for bringing it up. Thank you, Captain Rami, for giving out also your opinion about it. But there. Later, let's talk more about it once we're airborne. So anyway, so let's now go inside the cockpit. External view. And let's prep the aircraft. Again, we are here at Muscat. Muscat, Oman. So this is what's the name of this airport? Muscat International Airport there. So we are currently at Bay 106 in the terminal, here in the terminal. So, or here at the terminal rather. So let's go inside and let's prep the aircraft. Again, if you want to fly with me tonight, I'm gonna show you the flight plan in a little while. So you feel free to join me. I will be flying on VATSIM. So you can see me on VATSIM. You can see me online on VATSIM as Jollibee27. So this is our call sign, Jollibee27. That's Juliet Oscar Lima 27. We are using the Airbus A320neo developed by fly-by-wire simulations. The ICAOs are OOMS or Oscar Mike Sierra for Muscat International Airport, and we are flying to Hamad International Airport, which has the ICAO of OTHH or Oscar Tango Hotel. So those are the airports rather that we're gonna fly. Again, this is the 14th leg of our Jollibee World Tour. Okay, so will be cruising at an altitude of flight level 380, and here's our route. So from OMS or Muscat International Airport, we will be taking off from runway 08 left via the Iveto to Sierra departure, direct Iveto via Quebec 978 to Itrax via Papa 899er, direct Rovos via Golf 462 to Ukuvo, November
Richard Roses
566,
sent 30
Roron,
stars.
Mike 430, Tosna, and we will be arriving rather via the Tosna 1 Victor arrival to land on runway 34 right in Hamad International Airport. By the way, Richard Rosas, thanks for the 30 stars. Appreciate it. Oops, sorry. Ano to? Kita sa kanan. Okay, thank you for the 30 stars. Let's also pin that. Thank you very much, Richard Rosas. Yeah, thank you to our star senders actually. Be right back. Go, Captain Rami. Go ahead. Thank you. So that's our flight plan route. If you want to fly with us tonight, feel free. Huh? Look at the QNH 9er 4. Oh, really? Let's see. QNH 0994. Okay. That's too low. Anyway. Or that's too high. Okay. So I've already done but let's do our flight controls check still before we prep our aircraft. So let's check our tiller is good. Our flight stick, yep, working. Park brake, good. Speed brake. Arm ground spoilers, disarm. Flaps. Okay, pitch trim. Let's move on to the throttle. Okay, all are working. Engine switches, engine mode. Okay, cool. And of course our rudder. And of course brake. Okay, cool. Everything's working. Okay, so let's go ahead and set up the aircraft. We will be using FS2 crew for this flight. That means we will be having our first officer, Una, right now to join us or help us, who will be doing the pilot monitoring for this flight. By the way, I have to do something. Wait. I still haven't tested this, but we'll see. Let's check if this will work. Let's go to keyboard. And let's search by name. VFR. VFR pilot view save. Is this Control F10? Toggle VFR mode. Okay. Control F10. So let's see if this will work. But do we have the same input for Control F10? Let's search by input. Control F10. Control F10. Huh? It's not working. Control F10. No. One more. Control F10. There. So VFR pilot view save. So let's try this. Let's try to save this. Control F10. It's not working. It should show that it has been saved. But I don't think it was saved. Yeah, it wasn't. Anyway. Tara, Sir Andre. It will take me 30 minutes naman to set up the aircraft. Okay, so let's now set up the aircraft. Let's start setting up.
Okay.
Okay, let's turn on the dome lights. Actually, we don't, because it's it's sunny right now. Okay, crew oxygen supply. Let's turn it on. Ground control, auto. Adheres, nav. Seatbelt signs on. No smoking sign to auto. Emergency exit lights armed. Fuel pumps. Let's turn it on. Okay, and then of course our intake light, let's set it to 50. And then floodlight brightness 50%. PFD it's set to 85. Let's set it up to 50%. Just 50 should be fine. There. Console floor. Panel lighting brightness 50%. This one as well. Cool. 50% should be fine. So it's not too glary. Okay, ecam brightness, lower it down to 50. There. MCDU brightness is set. Okay, floodlight again 50. Intake light also 50 in floodlight. Right. So we don't have any online ATCs right now, but just to make sure, let me go ahead and check that on the pilot. Yep, we don't have any online ATCs, so we're good. Yep. Okay, so let's do our self radio check just to make sure that we are readable on Unicom. So 121.905. Check, radio check. There, I can't hear myself. Let's see. Let's try that again. Check, radio check. Check. Okay, cool. Switch back to Unicom. We have the fuel truck already, so let's refuel. We need 6 tons of fuel for this flight. So refueling estimated duration is 4 minutes. So we'll get back to that. And we can now set up our MCDU. So let's set up FMCC first. So we have the data. ARAC cycle is good. Valid from 18th of May to June 14th to the 14th of June. So ARAC will be updated by June 15. So this ARAC is still valid until tomorrow. So ATSU, AOC menu, and then init press. Let's request for the initialization of data. There. So that's our flight plan, OOMS to OTHH. So let's go to init and then init request. Okay, flight number should be Jollibee 27, cost index 10. Cruising flight level is flight level 380. Let's go to wind temp. Let's request for this. Okay, we need that, especially for our managed climb and descent. And then IRS init, let's align on ref, confirm, and we're good. So now that we have initialized our flight plan, let's now go to ATSU, AOC menu, and let's request for the weather. So we'll know which runway we should take. So it's sent, AOC menu, receive messages, so there's the METAR. But let me check flight radar right now, which one is the... So in Muscat, they're using 08 left still. 08 left. So we're good. Okay, cool. So let's now read the METAR. So this is OOMS METAR information issued June 13th. 1350 Zulu. Winds 050 at 4 knots. Clouds and visibility are okay. Temperature 37, dew point 23. QNH 0999. 4, so no signet naman. Okay, so that's QNH 00999 So let's set that up here. It's really low. This is the first time that I've used a QNH less than 1000. So let's also set it up here. QNH 09994. Okay, cool. Okay, so runway 08 left. Let's go to flight plan, OOMS. We are departing from runway 08 left. This one. And we are flying the Iveto 2 Shera departure. So Iveto 2 Shera departure. Let's insert that. And I'm gonna cross-reference this with our charts. Iveto 2 Shera. Okay, so transition altitude here is 13,000 feet. So we will be taking off from runway 08 left, and then we will be directing Mike Sierra 801. Sorry, at 430 feet. So after that, we'll be directing Mike Sierra 801. There's a speed restriction of 240 knots, and that's indicated there. And then tracking the Muscat VOR, maximum of 240 knots, and that should our altitude should be between 5,000 and 10,000. So let's check there. So at or above 5,000, but at or below 10,000. So after Muscat VOR, we will be tracking 810, and that should be at or above 10,000 feet there. And then after 810, tracking 815, at or above flight level 130, and then Iveto. So that's the Iveto to Sierra departure. So let's clear the flight plan discontinuity. After that, that will be directing Lopil, Itrax, Vavim, Rovos, Tubgo, Uloda, Kuvda, Orbol, Ukuvo, Kusba, Roron, Putib, and Tosna. Tosna will be the final waypoint before we begin our approach. Or sorry, arrival rather. So let's now move on to our navigational display, and let's check if there are any discontinuities. Okay, so that's Mike Sierra 801, Muscat VOR, 810, 815, and then Iveto, Lopil, Itrax, Vavim, Rovos, Tubgo, Uloda, Kuvda, Orbol, Ukuvo, Kusba, Roron, Putib, and Tosna. So we're good. Okay, so let's set it back to ARC. So our flight plan is good. Let's now check our secondary flight plan, our rad nav, and of course our fuel pred. Let's go to our OFP. Our zero fuel weight is 59.8. 59.8. And our ZF WCG, zero fuel weight center of gravity, will be 29908, or that can be actually 30. Let's round it up. Okay, so our fuel is already done, so we can disconnect our fuel services. Let's just check. Yep, completed. Let's disconnect that. And there's the fuel truck. It should be leaving anytime soon there. Okay, and then again, fuel is 6 tons of fuel there. And for the perf, I'm gonna use our A32NX performance calculator. So packs will be off for this departure. Our CG is actually FWD, and let's calculate. Okay, so we will be flexing at 68 degrees. So let's go to the perf page. We will be using flaps 1 for the takeoff, and flex takeoff temp is, oops, my bad, 68 degrees. And for the takeoff speeds, those are 147, 147, 152. 152. Okay, transition altitude is 13,000 feet. So we're good with our MCDU. So let's now advise our first officer. Check the box. Check the box.
Okay.
So while she's checking the box, let's now check. Again, there's a restriction of 10,000 feet. Maximum of 10,000 feet before, at or above 10,000 feet overhead Muscat. So let's do our initial altitude at 10,000.
291 taxiing via Tango Victor to 0.08 left on Yankee 2.
Okay, so that's a traffic here in Muscat International Airport. Okay, so that's 10,000 feet. Let's select our VOR, so we're good. Cool. And our first officer is now done with checking the box. Let's now proceed to the takeoff briefing. Are you ready for the takeoff briefing?
Ready.
So we are currently here at Muscat International Airport. Let's go ahead and show you Navigraph for this. Okay, so we are here at Muscat International Airport at Bay 106. So here's Bay 106. We are expected to depart via runway 08 left, which is this runway. So for the taxi procedure, we will be pushing back to taxiway Shera facing north. And we will be taxiing to Shera and then Whiskey. Sorry, my bad. No, not Whiskey. Shera and then Victor, my bad. Victor all the way to
Hi, the security and
Yankee
safety check are all done.
2 holding
Are we
point.
good to start boarding?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. Let's start the boarding process first. Okay, so begin boarding. Sure, my bad. Okay. Oh, sorry, the CFWCG is 32905. My bad. Okay, let's begin boarding. 32905. My bad. Let's do the perf again. Sorry, fuel pred. That's 59.8 and the ZFWCG is 32. That's 33. Let's use 33. So my bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the
59.8.
captain, the first officer, and cabin
33.
crew, I'd like to take this time to welcome you aboard our
There,
flight.
sorry.
We're just wrapping up some paperwork
Okay,
up front
cool.
here and waiting to receive final numbers from the ground crew.
So
Then
let's
we'll
go
be on
back to
way.
our briefing.
Flight attendants will be coming through the cabin shortly with a very important safety briefing.
So we will be
That's
taxing to
what we do.
Victor
You're
and what's Yankee one? Thanks.
Airbus aircraft. We do appreciate your business having you aboard this flight. If there's anything we do to make your flight any more enjoyable, please don't hesitate to ask. Welcome aboard.
Okay. So taxiway Yankee one.
From taxiway Victor. Affirm.
Taking off from
Right.
Victor. Nice. Cool. Sino yun? Who's that? He's gonna take off from the taxiway? Really? Departure. Really? Who's that? Okay. Go, Sir Andre. I see you. Why is he taking off from taxiway Victor? So anyway. Taxi Yankee 1 not permitted for aircraft exit from the runway. Okay. So this not permitted for exit. So basically we can hold short of Yankee 1. So for aircraft exit, they're gonna use Yankee 2. So let's hold short of Yankee 1. Okay, so upon so once we will be taking off again from runway 08 left, upon takeoff we will be flying the Iveto to Shera departure with transition altitude 13,000 feet. So this seat requires a minimum climb gradient of 4.5% up to 10,000 feet. So for the routing, upon takeoff we will climb to Mike Shera 801 on heading 069er course. We will turn left and then direct to Muscat VOR. Then to Mike Shera 810, then to Mike Shera 815, and to Iveto. So that's gonna be our departure. Any questions?
No questions.
Good. Okay, una na ba ako? Go lang, Sir Andre. Kasi nagbo-boarding pa ako. Hindi pa tapos yung boarding. Okay, so while we're waiting for the boarding, let's go back to the chat. Sorry about that. Kyla, thanks for the share. What's up? Ayun na, speaking of boarding, Gate 106 ako, Sir Andre. I may be late, but I'm here. I was playing COD po, that's why I was kinda late. That's fine, Kyla. Okay, I think this is Sir Andre. Sir Andre, is this you? You're using A330? Let me check. That's by... Yep, that's Sir Andre. Headwind, A339er. Okay, cool. So let's just wait for... So boarding is already done. Our gross weight center of gravity is 33%. So let's take note of that. We're gonna put that on the pitch stream later. Okay, so I think we're good. Let's expedite the process. We're actually ready to push back. There, that's the takeoff from the taxiway. APU on. So we're now turning on our APU. Hey, Mommy Babes, what's up? Thanks for dropping by, Mommy Babes. Good evening, Mr. Pogi Padaan. Go po, Mommy Babes. Maraming salamat. Kami si Buset. Correct, no? That was last week, eh. The Buset arrival. Let's fly to Oman again. DGM. And let's fly the Buset. BRB muna, Kuya Borch. May gagawin lang po. Go lang. Go lang, Kyla. Thank you, thank you. I got the announcement from PMDG. Are they offering free upgrade? Captain Rami? Are they offering free upgrade to 2024? Hey, Joras, what's up? We have another streamer in the house. Joras Sprinter on Facebook and Twitch. Let's also support him. Hello there, what's up, what's up? Thanks for dropping by, man. Have a good one. Okay, APU is already available. Let's do our before start checklist. Before start checklist.
Cockpit prep.
Completed.
Completed. Gear pins and covers.
Remove.
Signs.
On and auto.
Adheres.
Nav.
Fuel quantity.
6000 kilograms. 6000 kilograms.
Takeoff data.
Set.
Barrel ref.
0994 set.
994. Set. Down to the line.
Okay, we're good.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board today as you locate your...
Where are we flying now, my friend? Qatar. We're flying to Qatar. Thanks for the share, Dora. Dora. Joras. We're flying to Doha, Qatar. So from Muscat, Oman to Doha, Qatar. PMDG wanted to focus this update specifically on Microsoft's weekend announcement regarding... okay. So they're waiting for the announcement of Microsoft. Okay. Which is logical, actually. That's logical, Captain Rami. Of course, if you're a developer, you want to know what's in store or what's gonna happen first before you try to develop something that, diba, you might not work for the new version. Okay, I'll check that out later, Captain Rami. Alright, let's go.
Hey guys, are we clear to close?
Yes,
Thanks. Let me know if you need anything.
I will. Cabin crew, arm slides and cross check. So let's wait for the jetway to be disconnected. And then let's wait for Sir Andre to taxi first. Before we push back. Or should I push back, Sir Andre? Just let me know. So ground power unit has been disconnected as well as the jetway connector. So the door is already closed. Let's also lock this. And let's see. Should I push back? Push na? O sige, push na. Push back na rin ako. Muscat traffic advisory, Jollibee 27 at Bay 106. Commencing push and start at taxiway Sierra facing north for runway 08 left. Okay, so let's push back. Ano daw? Hindi ko narinig. Ano sabi niya?
हम क्या करें?
Ha? Hindi ko sila maintindihan. What did they say? Oops, sorry. What happened? How do I... Wait. Let's pre-plan the pushback. How do I delete this? Ay, sorry, my bad. There. Oo nga, hindi ko rin naintindihan eh. And I didn't understand. Pero I didn't ask them to say again na lang. Okay, cool. So let's push back now.
Cockpit to ground. This is
Okay, so let's turn on our APU bleed. And then beacon on. Below the line.
Windows and doors.
Closed.
Closed. Beacon.
On.
Thrust levers.
Idle.
Parking brake.
On.
Before start, checklist complete.
Okay. Let's now wait for the pushback. Arabic ba? Arabic pala. Sorry. That's the reason why I didn't understand. Kasi it was not readable din eh. I think it was 2/5.
Okay, sir. The bypass pin is installed. All doors and hatches closed and all ground equipment is removed.
The parking brakes are set. You may lift.
Parking brake set. Lifting the aircraft.
We are cleared for start and push.
Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
Parking brakes are released.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
Yeah, we'll start in the sequence.
Okay. Wait. Let me just push the chrono time. Engine mode to ignition. Starting engine 2.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board our flight today. This is the lead flight.
Ayos ng shirt mo. Ay, syempre.
Please direct your attention to
Eat,
the cabin
sleep,
crew for
save
boarding
lives.
safety
Tapos repeat. Actually, hindi
There's
kita
an
lahat eh.
instruction card in
But it
each
says
pocket
eat,
that
sleep,
illustrates
save
the
lives,
safety
and then
on
repeat.
this aircraft.
So this is actually the t-shirt from SWS, Strays Worth Saving. So it's a fundraising merch for the non-profit organization which helps stray dogs, actually cats and dogs, have a second chance.
Doors are
So wait.
clearly marked with exit signs and instructions for door
Starting engine 1.
operation. Each door is equipped with an escape slide.
So they rescue stray cats and dogs or stray animals and
In an emergency, lights
give them a
illuminate
second
the aisle.
chance to
The
live.
cabin is pressurized if there is a
Do you
loss
wanted
of
to
cabin
buy
pressure, a panel
do you
will
wanted
open
me
and
to buy you a
oxygen
gift
mask
board?
will
It's nice to
appear.
have GSX Pro.
Remain seated with
Actually,
your
I
seatbelt
am
fastened.
planning
Full
for
mask
that
will
Captain
open
Ravi.
box.
Do you want
Oxygen
do,
will
do you
flow
want
into the
to
mask even though the
do you want to
bag
give
may
it
not
as a gift?
inflate.
I won't
Cover your
actually
nose and mouth with the mask. Place the
I
elastic
I
band
won't
around
refuse
your
it.
head and tight by pulling on the end.
No,
Secure
but
your
it's
own
okay
mask
actually.
before
It's okay,
assisting others.
Captain Rami. I am planning to buy it already. Probably within this month. But
Upon
we'll see.
exiting the aircraft, place your arms around
Later,
the cushion
probably
and hold
later
onto the
this
straps
month.
located on the back. This is a non-smoking flight. Smoking is not permitted in the cabin.
I just
or
have to set it up
lavatory.
first.
Cabin lights will now be turned off. Reading light buttons
Okay,
are
pushback
located
completed.
above your
Please
seat.
set your
Okay, parking brake set. Let's go back
Parking
inside.
brake set.
Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft.
Aircraft is now being lowered. Engines, both engines are available and stable.
Startup is complete.
So engine
You may
mode
disconnect.
back to normal.
Roger. Good engine start.
APU
Prefer to
bleed
disconnect.
off. APU measure switch off. Our dome lights are off.
Holding position waiting for the
Let's
visual.
now
Thank
set
you
up
and
our
goodbye.
trim. So that's gonna be 33%. Okay, set. And let's do our after start checklist. Let me just set up my there. After start checklist
Anti-ice.
off.
ECAM status.
Check.
Pitch trim.
33% set.
Rudder trim.
0.
After start checklist complete.
Flight controls check.
Ready. Full up. Full down. Neutral. Full left. Full right. Neutral.
Rudder.
Full left. Full right. Neutral.
Okay, so let's now announce that we are about to taxi. Okay, so we will be holding at Yankee 1. Muscat traffic advisory, Jollibee 27 commencing taxi to runway 08 left via taxiway Sierra, left Victor, Yankee 1 holding point. Okay, let's go. Okay, there's the tug. Clear left side.
Clear right side.
Park brake off. No. Did I say take off? Strobe lights off. Hey, thanks for the 31 stars,
Cognac
Blue
Boy
Sky.
sent 31 stars. Have a safe flight.
Thank you, thank you.
Sparkling heart, sparkling heart, sparkling heart.
Brake check.
Pressure 0.
Okay, so we are to turn left here. So this is Victor. So it's a long taxiway. We will be taxiing to Yankee 1. The aircraft earlier took off from taxiway Victor. Nice. Did you actually hear that? So take off config normal. Okay. Again, thank you, Blue Sky, for the 31 stars. Thanks for the have a safe flight. Before takeoff checklist.
Flight controls.
Check.
Checked. Flight instruments.
Check.
Checked. Briefing.
Confirmed.
Flap setting.
Config 1 plus F.
Config 1 plus F. V1. VR. V2. Flex temp.
Flexing 68 degrees.
V1. 1. 4. 7. VR. 1. 4. 7. V2. 1. 5. 2. Flex temp. 6. 8 degrees. ATC.
Set.
ECAM memo.
Takeoff. No blue.
Down to the line.
Okay, we're done with our checklist. Ah, okay. It's nice to see. Yes, I know. I've been planning to buy that for quite some time now. It's just that, of course, I need to allot time to set up the settings or configure the settings. So, I'm just looking for my schedule, which will have normally around weekend, that will have plenty of time to set it up. Because during weekdays, I won't be able to set it up because or have time to configure because of work, and sometimes I stream, right, and I also play using the virtual airlines. By the way, Captain Rami, I saw that you're also one of the pilots or virtual pilots of PAL-X. How come you still haven't flown any flights yet? Scheduled flights. This is actually a long taxiway. There, so while we're doing that, let me just pin Blue Sky's comment of have a safe flight. Thank you again for the 31 stars, Blue Sky. Appreciate it. What's our departure again? And that's gonna be Iveto to Sierra. Iveto to Sierra departure. The virtual airlines, Captain Rami, you know the PAL Express virtual airlines in New Sky app. I saw that you also joined the PAL X virtual airlines. Yeah, the schedule. I haven't seen you fly a scheduled flight yet. Look at my bot. As per schedule. That's actually the regular schedule, but if you noticed, last Sunday I posted the schedule. I was supposed to stream tomorrow, Wednesday, but since my schedule changed, I have to go to the office on Thursday. That means I won't be able to stream on Wednesday because I have to sleep early on Wednesday evening. So instead of doing the Wednesday stream, I streamed early today. But for the Thursday Microsoft Flight Simulator Thursday stream, we will still push through with that, hopefully. as long as I don't have any other commitments by then. Hopefully, we'll see. Okay, we are now approaching Yankee 1. So make sure that we brake here. There. Can do a rolling takeoff. Okay, let's hold short off Yankee 1. Hold short here. Park brake on. And let's announce. Muscat traffic advisory, Jollibee 27 holding short of runway 08 left, ready for departure. Any arriving traffic on base or final, please advise. Niner 5, our winds is 60 at 4 knots. Let's edit the barometric pressure. Okay. Negative traffic, Jollibee 27 lining up runway 08 left.
Safe flight.
Thank you, sir. Same to you. Park brake off. Below the line. Okay, I'm gonna practice stereo cockpit until at least we're airborne.
Approach path clear of traffic.
Actually, that should be 10,000. But we'll see. 08 left confirmed. 08 left confirmed.
Cabin crew.
Advised.
TCAS.
TARA.
Engine mode selector.
Normal.
PAX.
Off.
Before takeoff checklist complete.
Okay, we can do a rolling takeoff. Let's do a rolling takeoff. That's Iveto to Shera, right? Let me just double check. Ready?
Ready.
Muscat traffic advisory, Jollibee 27 rolling on runway 08 left. Iveto to Shera departure. Takeoff. Thrust 50 stable. Manflex 68 SRS runway
Roll set.
auto thrust blue.
Check. knots.
Check.
V1, rotate. Positive climb.
Gear up.
Packs are on. Gear up.
Autopilot 1 on. Forgot to turn on our chrono.
Check.
Muscat traffic advisory, Jollibee 27 airborne passing 1,900, climbing 10,000 feet initially, Iveto to Shera departure. Okay, let's go. Lap 0.
Speed check. Flaps 0.
After takeoff, climb checklist.
Landing gear.
Up,
Flaps.
retracted,
Packs.
on.
Down to the line.
Okay, cool. There. So that was our takeoff. Our transition altitude is flight level 130. Uh, 10,000. After this, we're gonna. Yep. We can already climb to flight level 380. So there's a speed restriction here, maximum of 240 knots. So there's a left turn.
Airbus 339er, Heavy or Airborne timing 354.
There, so Sir Andre is here. He just actually took off from runway 08 left. So we are actually joined by Sir Andre until we reach Doha, Qatar.
1,000 to go.
Check. Flight level 380 managed. Cool. So we're doing a managed climb. Cool. 10,000 feet. Let's set this up. Okay, cool. Seat belts off. So we have to stay here at 10,000 feet because there's a speed restriction until we reach Muscat VOR. After that, we're gonna continue our climb to our flight level 380. So later, we're gonna see Sir Andre climbing to our altitude as well. Try ko makabot ng Qatar kasi ay go lang Sir Andre, walang problema. Let's go back to the chat first. Sad. There is so many I have because I am using Simbit World 2. I see. See you ulit sa next live this week. Go to sleep ng bata, naway hindi ako ma-stuck sa number 1 bukas. Good luck sa quiz or exam tomorrow, Rebecca. Mod Rebecca. Thank you sa pagdaan. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Good night. Ipanalo niyo ang mga salula. We'll see. Hopefully. We'll check that out later. Okay, so we are tracking Muscat VOR right now. Once we arrive at Muscat VOR, we can continue our climb to flight level 380. So there's a magenta, an altitude restriction there. We should be at or below 10,000 feet by Muscat VOR. Okay, let's go. We're good. Where's Sir Andre? How come I can see you, Sir Andre? Where are you? I don't see you right now. What's wrong? Hey, Theo! What's up? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? We just took off from Oman. Theo Gaming Canal. What's up? Welcome. We're now flying the 14th leg of our Jollibee World Tour. Thanks, I'm good. Nice, how are you? I'm doing good, I'm doing good. Ah, paikot ka pa. Okay, copy, Sir Andre. There, so there's our turn. We are overhead Muscat already, so we will continue climbing to flight level 380. Muscat traffic advisory, Jollibee 27 overhead Muscat VOR, leaving 10,000 for flight level 380. So we are now tracking Mike Sierra 810. The sound of the engine is really nice. I love it actually. Let's get a better angle. There. And the scenery is also nice. Look at the desert mountain ranges. It's cool. So it's a managed climb. There's some clouds. Okay, approaching 13,000, which is our transition altitude. So let's go back inside, as we need to set our baro to standard by then. Either 13,000. Set standard.
Standard cross-check. Passing flight level 142. Now.
Check. Below the line.
Barrow ref.
Standard set.
Standard set. After takeoff, climb checklist complete.
Okay, cool. Let's go back outside. Jomel, what's up? Thanks for the like. Welcome to the stream. I'm planning to fly Jollibee in the month of July. You should. What aircraft are you using, Captain Rani? Good, thanks Theo. Gusto direct na lang ako sa isang waypoint. Pwede naman, it's up to you. Kaso baka traffic alert. What's your flight level again, Sir Andre? 360? Your cruising altitude? Let me check the flight plan na lang pala. I'll check your flight plan. Your cruising altitude is 350. I see. Okay, cool. Right now you are... What's your altimeter right now? 19,000. 20,000. Very good. Okay, later I'll show you what VADSIM looks like. Jomel, thanks for the like. Welcome to the stream. Please also support Jomel on Facebook. Thank you very much. Fly by wire. I know if you're using PMDG 737 Captain Rami, I know there's a livery, but that's not available on flightsim.to. I'm not sure if I can get the link. It's on the VATFIL Discord server. Sir Andre, do you still have the link? The one, I think Sir Louis was the one who created that, the Jollibee livery for the 737. Or I can actually ask Sir Friends. Sir Friends has a copy of that link. So it's up to you, Captain Rami. If you want to use PMDG 737, just let me know. I can probably hook you up with a link to download the Jollibee livery for 737. But for fly-by-wire, of course, it's they're on flightsim.to available. Yeah, correct, Sir Andre, no? Do you have the link? If not, I can probably ask Sir Friends. Who knows how to paint livery? Actually, a lot. From our VATSIM Philippines community server, Discord server. A lot of members there know how to create liveries. So some create liveries for Explain 11, some for Microsoft Flight Simulator, for different aircrafts.
The aisle clear to assist the flight to serve you efficiently and also for your own safety. Thank you.
Okay, let's order our Jollibee kiddie meal.
Hi, it's Andy at L1. How can I help you?
Some dinner, please.
Okay, I'll bring them up in a minute.
Let's see. Let's open the cockpit door so she can come in. Hey, you first officer Una, do you want anything?
Hi guys, here are the crew meals.
No, she doesn't.
Enjoy.
Thank you. My first officer is really serious on the job. She really practices sterile flight, not cockpit. Sterile flight, because she practices sterile cockpit the whole flight. She doesn't talk to me. Anyway. I think there. I was able to save it. Nice. Okay, cool. I was able to save the... no, I thought I was able to save it. Yeah, but I think I was able to save it. Let's see. Yeah, I was able to save it. There, cool. Nice. Thank you, Blue Sky, for the 12 stars.
Cognac Boy sent 12 stars.
Because I was trying to save the default cockpit view. I thought it was not working, but yeah, well, fortunately it does work. So now I can look around and go back to the default cockpit view, which is what I need actually. Nice. This is nice. But the thing is, right now, if I try to look up, there, I can still look up. Cool. That's nice. Wait, let me check. I'm still trying to figure out if it's the same. It's the same, right? This is look up, and this is, wait, look down. Look up, maps, my bad. Okay. I think there's something. Okay, so this is look up. Look down, look up. It's a difference. Okay. I think it's still the same. And this is look up. Look down, look up. Yeah, I think it's the same. Yep, it's the same. Nice. Okay, cool. So now I can look around with and no, it doesn't go back. How come? I can look around and yep, it now goes back to the same default cockpit view. But sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's weird. Okay, cool. Anyway, at least it's working. That's what I need. Because now I don't have to set it up manually. I can look around now without the worry of going back to the default cockpit view. Nice, actually. That's nice. I try to create my own, but it's hard. Yeah, well, I agree. I haven't tried it. I've watched some tutorials way back on FS10, but I don't have the time to try it out. But yeah, I know it's hard. It's not that easy. Hey, Sir Team, what's up? Greetings, Sir Borg. Big shout out to the Jollibee World Tour. Yes, Sir Team is also a member of the Battlefield Discord server, and he also flies the Jollibee livery. So kudos or shout out to the Jollibee team. Jollibee flight team. Yes, we're trying to complete the Jollibee World Tour. We're now on our 14th leg, Sir Tim. Tim Walden on YouTube. Thanks for dropping by, Sir Tim. Appreciate it. Freddy na kaya, salamat sa invite. Okay lang, go, Sir Andre. But still, thank you for joining. Next time ulit. Pag may A380 na si FBW quiz, top ops natin, RPLL, ako na sa Lufthansa, kaya na sa Emirates. Ay! For the first time in history, Philippine Airlines will have an A380. Or Jollibee will have an A380. And we will damage all the taxiways in RPLL. BGM. Hey, Staki Magpok, what's up? Thanks for the like. Welcome to the stream. Papa Dochi plays in the house. Yeah, DGM, we will. Once the A380 is released, all the taxiways on RPLL will be damaged. Sisirain natin lahat yan. I'm really waiting for the A380. Yes. Gusto mo runway 31 pa in the chart? Of course we can. That's a category D aircraft. Runway 31 can only accommodate up to category C, right? Alright, let's go ahead and check VADSIM. What does VADSIM looks like right now, or look like right now? Here's VADSIM. This is Jollibee 27. This is us. So we are now currently here. We are flying to Doha. We still have a lot of airspace to travel, but we can increase our speed once we are at our cruising altitude, so we can arrive faster. So this is us going to Doha, Qatar. This is Sir Andre. This one. But he's gonna log off soon. There. He actually just logged off. So we don't have any online ATCs right now, but hoping that by the time that we reach Qatar or Doha, we can be guided to land, hopefully. But if not, then that's fine. So we still actually have a long. We should have flown to Abu Dhabi instead, though. That's fine, because I'm looking at the distance right now. We still haven't completed half of our flight. Half should be around here, between Abu Dhabi and Al Ain, and we are almost at 25% of our flight. So, but yeah, we're airborne. Our airborne time is 19 minutes. So total flight time is around an hour and 15 minutes or an hour and 30. So we still have actually a lot of airspace to cover, but that's fine. I'm not complaining actually. Okay, so let's go back to the sim. I'm checking the traffic right now. Oh, sorry, I forgot to show you the traffic. So this is what the VADSIM looks like right now. So no online ATCs. We have one traffic here, a FedEx 90490. What aircraft is this? Boeing 7. What's a B763? Sorry, I'm not really familiar with the codes for Boeing. Is it a Boeing 767? But it's a large aircraft. Cruising at a flight level 350, cruising at an altitude of flight level 350. We have 4 aircrafts here in Dubai, no aircrafts in Qatar. So it's actually lonely right now here in the Middle East. Anyway, let's go back to the sim. Okay, so once we reach our cruising altitude, flight level 380, let's increase our speed to Mach decimal 82. That will increase our airspeed and we can arrive faster at Doha. It shows the landing rate and it saves your logbooks. Oh, I see. It will say firm landing or perfect landing or hard landing or either smooth landing. I see. I have that, but it's landing rate monitor. And you need to have FSU IPC7 installed for it to work. Which is nice actually because I'm also using that to connect my Fly Live Studio. 767, correct. Thanks DJM for the confirmation. Oh. So that's it. We still have a lot of time. Probably let's see. What's our ETA? Estimated time of arrival. As per Fly Live Studio, our ETA is 16:36 Zulu. And right now it's 16:02. So that means we still have 34 minutes on our flight. So it's just 34 minutes. We can actually wait for it. I thought it's around an hour. Cool. Okay, so let me check the link that Captain Ramis sent me. It's about the PMDG 737. Although I don't have that mod yet, I was planning to buy the A320, which is what do you call this? The Phoenix A320. There, the PMDG. Okay, let me check the one that you sent first about the weekend announcement. No, this was 2 days ago. I've already read this. Okay, so today's trailer was a short teaser to introduce Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. We are excited to share much more information about the next generation of the Microsoft Flight Simulator franchise in the coming months. We have been monitoring your feedback. To the trailer very closely and apologize for our delayed communication. We would like to take the opportunity to address some of the most common questions we've seen. So will Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 be a completely standalone sequel, or will it also be offered as a paid update for existing players? So they've already clarified this, right? Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 is a standalone simulator and the next generation sequel to Microsoft Flight Simulator that launched in 2020. Current aircraft and airports that are in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, as well as virtually all marketplace add-ons, will be supported in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. So we're talking about in-sim add-on. So they've confirmed that as well on the FAQs. What kind of support can Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 players expect to see once Flight Simulator 2024 has been released? This is also part of the FAQs. I think they just reposted the FAQs here. Yeah, it's part of the FAQs. I've already read this earlier when the announcement took place. Will all purchases users have made from the marketplace be transferable to the new simulator? Yep. With very few exceptions, virtually all add-ons that work in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 today will function in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Add-ons that were purchased from the in-simulator market will not need to be repurchased in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, but that is if the add-ons were purchased from the in-sim marketplace. So now we're talking about the third-party add-ons which were purchased on a third-party website from a third-party developer. So that's also one of the questions that flight simulator users are having. So far, when this FAQs were released, I've already seen in Twitter two third-party developers. I really forgot their names, but they already committed that they will be offering free upgrades for their add-ons. For those who bought their add-ons for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, they will be offering free upgrades. They've already committed to that. And I hope that the other third-party developers follow suit as well. Like for example, for me, the add-ons that I bought, of course, FS2 Crew, I just bought that this year. And it's working for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. So I hope it also works for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, and that the developers offer a free upgrade just in case. What else? Of course, Navigraph is a big company. I know for sure that they will just continue supporting. They will develop their add-ons to be compatible with 2024 as well. What are the other add-ons that I have here? Are the add-ons that I bought? Shoot, what else? What are the other add-ons that I bought? Can't remember. Anyway, other in-sim add-ons, of course, are marketplace, or the FAQs already covered that, so no worries about it. Hey Nell, what's up? Thanks for the like. Welcome to the stream.
1,000 to go.
Check. Do you really need? Yes, actually, I need to see the altitude, the vertical speed, because that's actually my indicator. Like when I need to go back inside the plane or inside the aircraft. Unfortunately, I only have one monitor, so it really helps for me to see those overlays. Hopefully, once I get my second monitor, then I won't be needing them anymore. Right now, I need to see the altitude and the vertical speed. Default airports lang po ba gamit nyo, quiz? No, actually, there, of course, the airports as well. I also bought airports, but for the airports, I usually buy it in sim, so I don't have really to worry about it because it's already covered in the FAQs. So as long as you purchase the add-ons, like for example, the RPLL airport that I'm using, I bought it from Cloud Surf Simulations, which is in sim. I bought it in sim from the in sim marketplace, so I don't have to worry about it because Microsoft already confirmed that it will still work on Microsoft 2024. Now we've reached our cruising altitude. Let's go back inside to hear the captain passenger announcement. And let's check. Where's our top of descent? There. There's our top of descent. That should be Ukuvo. So we should begin our what do you call this? After Orbol, we should set up our approach already. Okay, let's increase our speed to Mach 0.82. So that will give us faster airspeed. Help us reach our destination faster. So again, I'm actually tracking, no, not Orbol. This is around 40 miles, 40 nautical miles. In 40 nautical miles, that would be after Uloda. After Uloda, we should be configuring our approach. Okay. Let me just track it. Uloda. Tosna 1 Victor is gonna be our arrival. Okay, we're actually almost halfway to our flight. So let me show you our flight tracker on VATSIM. So this is us, Jollibee 27, currently cruising at an altitude at flight level 380. We're now halfway through Doha, Qatar. So we finally reached our cruising altitude and we will begin our descent shortly at around 40 nautical, oh sorry, not 40, around 120 nautical miles. So at around 18 nautical miles from our top of descent, we will be configuring our approach. So that's our indicator will be waypoint Uloda. We're now overhead Robos, currently tracking Uloda. So later, by the time that we get to Uloda, I'll go back inside the cockpit and make sure that we set up our approach. Okay, let me check now which runway are they using for Doha, Qatar. This is Hamad International Airport. So Doha, Qatar, they're still using runway 34 left. Yep, still 34 left. Actually, they're using both right now. Both runways are active. So we can either use 34 left or 34 right, but I'm gonna use 34 left instead. Cool. Okay, we are almost at Uloda. Let's go inside. There. Let's now set up our approach. Let's go here. MCDU, ATSU, AOC menu. Let's request for the weather information. Sent. Receive messages. Of course, we don't have it yet. Oh, we have it already. Okay, so this is OTHH Matar information issued June 13, 1600 Zulu. Winds 340 at 8 knots, so we have actually a strong wind. 340 at 8 knots, but that's fine. That's headwind. We are landing at runway 34, so we don't have to worry about strong crosswind. Cloud and visibility are okay. Temperature is 38, dew point 22. QNH 09997. No SIGMET as well. Okay, so let's set that up. 09997. Okay, flight plan. Let's go to OTHH. We are arriving at runway 34 left. Is it 34 left? Let me just verify. Or is it 34 right? No, we're landing at 34 right. My bad. So both runways are active. We're gonna take runway 34 right instead. So ILS 34 right. And that's gonna be Tosna 1 Victor arrival. Right? Yep. Tosna 1 Victor arrival. Transition is Lagma. Okay, insert. Okay, let me cross-reference this with our chart. So Tosna 1 Victor, our transition level is flight level 150, so it's higher than the transition altitude of Muscat. Okay, so this is Tosna. So from Tosna, at or above flight level 200. So there's a magenta. There should be a magenta overhead Tosna. Where's Tosna? This one. So at or above flight level 200. That's 20,000 feet. So Tosna, decent. Okay, so overhead Tosna. We will be tracking Datal. At Datal, there's a maximum speed restriction of 250 knots. Let's check. It doesn't say here, so we have to actually put it 250 Datal. Is it Datal? No, we don't. Sorry, we don't need it. It's only for Alcan Haya and Veded 1 Romeo departure. So sorry, my bad. We don't need that. And then after Datal, Labex, and then Kubar, Oxago, then Lubak, There is a holding point at Bayan, but I'm not sure if we have to do that. I don't see any traffic right now. And then we will be tracking Egnug. At Egnug, we should be between 8,000 to 9,000 feet. There's a magenta there that's set it up. Minsox at or above 6,000, and then Sidmu, and then Lovan. At Lovan, there's a magenta. We should be at or above 4,000, and then Muxet. At Muxed, there's a maximum speed restriction of 220 knots. We should be between 3,500 and 2,500. So that's for Lagma. So overhead, so there's gotta be we have to manually intercept Lagma, but let's remove the flight plan discontinuity. So manual, we will be intercepting Lagma after, so directing to Lagma, and then at 3,500 we will be commencing our ILS runway 34 right approach. So Lagma, we should be at or above 2,500 feet, maximum of 220 knots. So it's there. And then tracking Ladso and Hotel Niner 11. So that's where we will intercept our glide slope. That's our course intercept. And we will be landing at runway 34 right at Doha, Qatar. So we're good with our flight plan. Let's go ahead and check that here, making sure that there's no flight plan discontinuities, or no discontinuities rather. So Ukuvo, Pusba, Roron, Utib, Tosna, Datal, Labex, Kubar, Oxago, Lubak, Bayan, Egnug, Misox, Lovan, Muxed. There. So after Muxed, we should be intercepting Lagma, so we can actually direct to Lagma by then. After Lagma, there, Ladso, and then our intercept, glide slope intercept, to land on runway 34 right. So we're good. Let's put this back to plan. Okay. So we're good with our flight plan. Let's go to our perf. So for the perf, QNH is 09907. Temperature is 38. Magnetic wind is 340 at 8 knots. And for our baro, let's see. Straight in landing, decision altitude is, I'm not sure which one is the ILS, but let's take, if it's gonna be Cat 1, our decision altitude should be 215 feet. We'll check that later. So let's set it up for 2105 feet for now, 215 feet, and then let's change that later once we are once the ILS is available. Because if it's a Cat 2, radio altimeter should be 100 feet. If it's a Cat 3 Alpha, then our decision height is 50 feet. Okay, so let's set that up later. Okay, so next transition altitude is correct, flight level 150. Our 5 up is 132. Let's set that up as well. So our final altitude is 2,500 to intercept the glide slope. Yep. And for the landing, sorry, what's the 5 up again? 132. Okay, approach speed is 132. Let's enter that. Field data OFP, and then of course the METAR information. Runway elevation is runway 34 right. That's 13 feet. Runway heading, it's 336. Oops, my bad. Runway condition right now, it's dry in Hamad International Airport, so we can leave it at dry. Runway slope, it's 0. And runway LDA, that's gonna be runway 34 right. It's 3880. Okay. Landing weight, let's see. Estimated landing weight is 62828. 62828. Enter, reverse thrust, yes. Calculate. So low braking should be enough. So let's input that. Low braking. Sorry, I didn't. You have control. You have control.
I have control.
Yes, you should, because I've been setting up the MCDU already. Okay, so we've already obtained our arrival airport weather. We've set up our MCDU. Auto brake is now set to low. Let's now brief our approach. Are you ready for the approach briefing?
Ready.
So we are currently... My bad, sorry. So we're currently overhead Okubo. And we are about to begin our descent at around 40 nautical miles. We will be descending via the Tosna 1 Victor arrival. So let me show you Navigraph for this. Okay, so Tosna 1 Victor arrival with transition level flight level 150. When transferring from Doha, approach to Doha director, state only Doha director. Okay, no worries about that. Okay, so for the routing, Tosna 1 Victor, at Tosna, at or above flight level 200, we will be directing Datal, then Labex, Cubar, Oxago, Lubak, Bayan, Egnog, between 900,000 and 8,000 feet, Misox at or above 6,000, and then Sidmu, Lovan at or above 4,000 feet, and then Muksed, maximum speed restriction of 220 knots at or below 3,500 and at or above 2,500. So below 3,500, 2,500 feet. After or overhead Muksed, we will be commencing our ILS 34 right approach with a final approach course of heading 336, mandatory altitude of 2,500 by Hotel Niner 11. And for the minimums, it depends on the category of the ILS. So for Cat 1, we set it up for now at 215, but we're gonna change that later depending on the category of the ILS. So airport elevation is 13 feet, runway elevation 13 feet as well. For the misapproach procedure, we will climb straight ahead to 1,000 feet, then turn right direct to Bosup, climbing to 3,000. After Bosup, continue climb to 4,000 on track heading 133 to Hotel Niner 12. Continue on track heading 133, maintaining 4,000 and expect radar vectors. Maximum of 230 knots. So 4,000 is our maintaining altitude. Okay, no other information here. Transition level is flight level 150. Transition altitude is 13,000 feet. Okay, and then upon landing here at Hamad International Airport, we are expecting to vacate via Alpha 5 or Alpha 9er, right? It's between Alpha 5 or Alpha 9er. And then after that, we're gonna take taxiway Charlie. You can do taxiway Charlie, right? Or let's take Charlie taxiway Bravo first, and then take Alpha 4, and then stand of choice. Echo 4 and then stand of choice. So it's either Alpha 4 or either Alpha 5, Alpha 4, Alpha 5, or Alpha 8. It depends. Or Alpha 9er. Or 5, 9er, or Alpha 6. We can also take Alpha 6. Mostly. Depends. Okay, cool. So let's go back to our sim. Any questions?
No questions.
I have control.
You have control.
Okay, we're about to begin our descent. It's the same, right? It's the same. Yeah, it's the same. I'm checking if it's the same. And yeah, it's the same. Just checking. Okay, let's see. Okay, we're about to begin our descent. Manage speed. So we will be overhead Roron or just past Roron. Commencing our descent via the Tosna 1 Victor arrival. Top of descent reached. Flight level 025 managed. Okay. Doha traffic advisory Jollibee 27 just past Roron at flight level 380. Commencing descent via the Tosna 1 Victor arrival. Expecting ILS approach runway 34 right, Doha.
From the flight deck, ladies and gentlemen, as you may have noticed, we have begun our initial descent down to our destination. Now would be a good time to wrap up any business you need to take care of as we prepare for approach. If you are up, once you return to your seat, we ask that you remain seated until the aircraft arrives safely at the gate. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for arrival.
Cool. That's it. We've already begun our descent. Hey, Rogue Sky Sims, what's up? Tito Eric, thanks for liking the stream. Welcome, welcome. Kamusta? Let's also support Rogue Sky Sims on Facebook. Let's go back to the chat. Sorry. I set up the approach. I actually miss seeing the Oman Air A333 in Manila around 2019. They started sending 789 for replacement. Same goes with the Gulf Air. Actually, to be honest, DGM, my fascination with Airbus started in 2020. Because before, I'm used to Boeing aircrafts. 737 and of course the Queen of the Skies 747. I got introduced to the Airbus aircrafts in 2020. Actually, no. In real life, the first Airbus that I boarded or I've flown into, or sorry, I boarded rather. It was an Airbus A320 by Cebu Pacific, and that was a flight to Cebu. That was back in 2018. Yep, 2018. So that's the first time that I boarded an Airbus aircraft. But in terms of using it in a flight simulator, I was only able to get a hand of an Airbus aircraft in 2020 during the release of Microsoft Flight Simulator. And that's when I fell in love with Airbus. So previously, I really don't have any information about Airbus. The only aircraft that I know and I've had the opportunity to use in Flight Simulator was the Boeing 747. Well, now that I've fell in love with Airbus aircrafts, I can now count the number of aircrafts or Airbus aircrafts that I've boarded. I've flown in an Airbus A320, the CEO, of course, the current engine option, Airbus A320neo, the A330neo. I recently boarded that last March on from Bangkok to Manila. My next flight will be an Airbus A321. It's not a neo, I think it's a CEO. Does Airbus A321 has a neo variant? I'm not sure. Just let me know if there is. But my next flight will be on an Airbus A321. I've boarded a Boeing 777 back in 2018. I've flown rather in a Boeing 777 on my from Hong Kong to Manila. From Manila to Hong Kong, that was a Boeing 737. Yep, Manila to Hong Kong. But I haven't been inside a cockpit of a Boeing yet. And that's one of my bucket list as well. But usually for Cebu Pacific, I usually fly kasi with Cebu Pacific and they have most of their aircrafts are Airbuses, diba? Hopefully if I get to fly, for example, PAL, or maybe have an opportunity to fly via Cathay Pacific, then maybe I can try to check my luck and have a picture inside the cockpit. Anyway. Ako ay nagbabalik. Akala ko ba matutulog ka na, Sir Andre? Dapat mag-vlog ka na, pre, ha? Vlog talaga. Sige na nga, anong aeroplano yun? Yung alin, sorry. Yung alin, Sir Andre? Neo ba or CEO? Yung A320, yung first Airbus na naliparan ko, na sakyan ko. It was a CEO. CEO engine. I know kasi it doesn't have the winglets. It's similar to the Phoenix. That's the difference kasi, diba, between the CEO and the Neo. I'm a fan of Airbus old planes like the A300, A310, and A330. A340. I know Doc John is using A340. Pero A330 I haven't seen pa. Only the Neo variant pa lang yung nakikita ko in real life. A310 not yet in real life as well. A319, I think I saw that once in Terminal 3. Pero no, I haven't had the opportunity to fly in one of the A310s. A321 has Neo as well. Mostly naman, DGM, most of their aircrafts have Neo variant na. Kasi Neo talaga is more economical eh. It's cost effective. Meron ang Philippine Airlines. Oh, really? A321 Neo. Anong airline po yung 737? Cathay Pacific, DGM. 737, that was from Manila to Hong Kong. I boarded at Terminal 3. And then from Hong Kong to Manila, I flew inside. I flew in a Boeing 777. So it was a wider body aircraft or a wide body aircraft. It was actually, we're joined with a connecting flight from, I think, Saudi to Manila. So they from Saudi they landed at Hong Kong, and then the connecting flight was Hong Kong to Manila via Cathay Pacific. Okay, wait. We're approaching flight level 190. We actually have to set up our QNH by 15. So let me just make sure that I don't forget about it. So 9997 is our QNH, still the same. Winds still the same, 340 at 8 knots. Temperature is 38 degrees, which is still the same. Okay. So 9997, we have to make sure that we set that up. Okay, we're still good. It's a good thing fly-by-wire already have managed climb and managed descent, so that's fine. Anyway, let's go back to the chat real quick before we practice the aerial cockpit. A319, 320, 321, and A330 has Neo variants. Okay, now, correct, 390. Now I know. A321, I'm really not familiar, but I know A319, 20, and 30 has Neo variants. And 340 and up, of course, doesn't have one. But I think probably in the future, they will also release that because it's really cost-effective, right? Itong profile pic ko kasama ang kapitan, siya pa talaga ang nag-allow sa akin pumasok sa cockpit ng A330. Is that a CEO? CEO or Neo? Kasi during our Bangkok to Manila flight, that was an A330 Neo. Unfortunately, our flight got delayed eh. So and they still have another leg of flight. So they're already having a briefing. We're not allowed to take a picture anymore because they're already briefing for their next flight eh. But during our flight to Bangkok, I was able to get a picture in the cockpit because we were on time that day. So the captains, the pilots still have plenty of time. They've already finish their briefing, so I was able to get a picture inside the cockpit. Sorry, we're now approaching flight level 150. Let me just go back inside the aircraft. There. Let's set this to QNH 997. QNH 997 set. QNH 997 set.
997.
They're not familiar with
set,
999 nga pala eh.
passing
FS Tupo.
1,800. Now.
Check. Seatbelts on. Approach checklist.
Briefing.
Confirmed.
ECAM status.
Check.
Seatbelts.
On.
Barrel ref.
997 set. 0997 set.
997 set. Minimum.
215 feet set.
215 set. Engine mode selector.
Normal.
Approach checklist complete.
Okay, ready for approach. Again, depending on the category of the ILS, we will amend the decision altitude. So if it's Cat 1, it will stay at 215. If it's Cat 2, we will use radio altimeter 100. If it's Cat 3, our decision height is 50. Okay, still at 11,000. We will practice sterile cockpit in a bit. CEO, yung 330. Doon po pala sa nasabi nyo kanina ko is some A321 of SEPAC despite being CEO is equipped with winglets. Ah, really? For A321, that I didn't know. Yan. Although yung yung A320 na nasakyan ko, the first Airbus that I flew in, I'm sure that was a CEO because it doesn't have winglets. Send naman. Are you using live weather? Yes, Captain Rami, I am. Live weather all the way. Okay, by the time that we reach 10,000 feet, I'll go ahead and practice stereo cockpit. I'll go back to the chat after we land. Okay, let's go. Okay, we're about to pass 10,000 feet. I'll go back to the chat in a bit. Okay, there. Passing 10,000. There.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be arriving at our destination shortly. If you are making a connection to another flight, please see the customer service agent meeting this flight or video monitors inside the terminal for connecting gate information. For your continued safety, flight attendants will now walk through the cabin to secure it for landing. We'll be collecting all service items, newspapers, and any other items you wish to discard or may not be taking off the aircraft with you. Also, in preparation for landing, please turn off all electronic devices. Stow these devices and all other carry-on items. Please use caution when opening overhead bins.
So I can now see the runway. Hamad International Airport, or the airport rather.
Tables and return your seats to their upright position and check the security of your seatbelts. We will be landing shortly. Thank you.
So we should be directing Lagma. That's after Muscat. What's this? UAE radar just went online right after we already passed their airspace. Just checking if Hamad Tower will be online. So no, we don't have any online ATCs right now. Okay, passing 7,000. Let's see. It's actually only us here in Hamad International Airport right now. Oh, we have one. No. I thought he's also King Khaled. He's going to King Khaled. Okay, anyway. Okay, we are almost at Muscat. We will be directing Lagma after this. Hamad Traffic Advisory, Jollibee 27 overhead Muscat, directing Lagma. Okay, let's direct to Lagma. Arm approach. So it's a Cat 3 single. Okay, so that means our decision altitude or decision height is 50. So perf, let's go back. Our baro should be 50. Okay. Cool. Lagma is 3.4 miles to Ladso and then to Hotel 9011. By Lagma, we can already activate our approach. Because diesel will happen after Ladso. It's okay, actually. Actually, it's okay.
$1,000 to go.
Check. Okay, I can see the runway now. There. Localizer. Lock start.
Check. Check.
Lock.
Check.
Check the winds. 997 still. 340 at gate. Flaps 1.
Speed check. Flaps 1.
Hamad traffic advisory Jollibee 27. Fully established. Tireless approach. Runway 34 right. Flaps 2.
Speed check. Flaps 2.
Glide slope.
Check.
Gear down.
Flight attendants, please prepare for landing.
2,500.
Radar altimeter alive. Gear down.
Flaps 3.
Speed check. Flaps 3.
Flaps full.
Speed check.
Last check.
Flaps full.
997 3408. Landing checklist.
Cabin crew.
Advised. Advised.
Auto thrust.
Speed.
Auto brake.
Low.
ECAM memo.
Landing no blue.
Landing checklist complete.
Hamad traffic advisory Jollibee 27 on final approach 5 DME. Runway 34 right. I'm the only aircraft here, so that's fine. Okay, let's land this plane. Let's set our missed approach altitude. That should be 4,000. We don't have to worry about strong crosswind. Have an 8 knots of headwind.
$1,000.
Check. Can leave the autopilot on until 200 since this is a Cat 3 ILS.
500.
Check.
$400. 300.
300 autopilot disengage my aircraft.
200. 100 above. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
Spoilers, reverse green, decel. $70 knots.
Manual brake. Cool. So we should be vacating here. This is Alpha 5. Hamad traffic advisory, Jollibee 27 landed, vacated the active runway via taxiway Alpha 5. Okay. Okay, ground spoilers disarmed. Let's go ahead and check where should we taxi. We can turn right or turn left here on Bravo, and then let's take Alpha 4 and then Echo 4 stand of choice. Hamad traffic advisory, Jollibee 27, continuing taxi to terminal via taxiway Alpha 5, left Bravo, right Alpha 4, Echo 4 stand of choice. Okay, let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the conclusion of our flight. Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until the captain has turned off the seatbelt.
Okay, I'll get back to the hot shot later.
Safely at the gate. This will be your indication.
Let's not turn off the chronometer.
And disembark. We'd like to thank you for flying with us today. We appreciate your business and hope to see you again on a future flight.
I'm not sure where our ground equipments are, but hopefully it's here. But if not, let's I think there's our ground equipment. Oh, I think. Let's see. So this is Bravo, and we're gonna turn right on Alpha 4 and then Echo 4. And I think there's our ground equipment, although I'm not sure. Can I actually wait? Let me. We don't have any aircrafts anyway, so let me just go outside and look for our ground equipment. Wait. Let me look for our ground equipment first. Showcase. And let's see. Let's look for our ground equipment. Where's our ground equipment? This is also why I want to have the GSX Pro. There, I can see our ground equipment. I think it's there. Right there. What gate is this? This should be gate... This gate Bravo 10. Bravo 10. Okay, cool. So let's go back. So Bravo 10. Gate is that. Bravo 10. Okay, got it. So after Alpha 4, let's continue to Alpha 3. Continue Bravo Alpha 3 and then Echo 1 Delta. No, Alpha 3, Echo 1 Delta. Okay. Hamad traffic advisory, Jollibee 27, revising taxi route. We will now be taxiing to stand Bravo 10 via taxiway Bravo Alpha 3 Echo 1 Delta. Okay, let's go. After landing checklist.
Flaps.
Retracted. 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 Doesn't understand me. Retracted. Retracted.
Spoilers.
Disarmed. Disarmed.
APU.
Start.
Radar.
Off. It's just responding slow. Off.
Predictive wind shear system.
Off. Off.
After landing checklist complete.
What's wrong with FS2 crew? Okay. So we will now turn right here and then turn left at Delta. So there's our ground equipment. That's the reason why I want to buy the GSX Pro, because for GSX Pro you don't really have to look for where your ground equipments are anymore. As long as the GSX profile is available, then all stands should be working. Oops, my bad. No, sorry. There, it should be here. So that's Alpha 3, and then this is Echo 1. And now let's turn left here on Delta. My bad. Okay, so that's Bravo 10. Taxi lights off. Okay. Park brake on. And we will not turn off the engines yet because we have to replay our landing. So let's just advise Hamad traffic advisory, Jollibee 27 on blocks, terminating flight plan. Safe skies, everyone. Okay, let's go and let's disconnect on VATSIM. Disconnecting on VATSIM, but before we disconnect, let me show you first our there. So this was our flight. We flew from Muscat to Doha, Qatar. That was our flight route. And now we landed here in Doha, Qatar. So total flight time was 1 hour and 13 minutes. So I just want to show you that before we disconnect on VATSIM. So let's now disconnect on VATSIM. disconnect, and of course we also have to, what's our landing rate? 285. And let's check why. And then for Volanta, let me just make sure that our Volanta flight is already, let's end this flight already. Your flight. Okay, I also have to switch off Volanta, because it will still record the coordinates. I think landing was okay. It was a 0.907 G. Yep, 285. Okay, let me just quit Volanta and let's do the replay. Where's my replay tool? Stop this. Okay, let's do the replay. Our V app should be 132, right? Is it 132? Yep, it's 132. Okay, let's do the replay. By the way, hey, the Oblivious Gamer, thanks for the like. Sorry, I wasn't able to check that earlier because we were landing. Hoping to fly with you soon, Quiz Boards. Might as well start a gaming page on sana too. Go, go, DGM! We will support that. And yes, group flight tayo minsan. Okay, let's now go ahead and replay our landing.
10.
Okay.
Speed,
Ladies and
speed.
gentlemen, in just a few moments, we'll begin our meal service for the flight. Please refer to the menu given to you on boarding for the 2 meal choices and your beverage choices available. We request that you keep the aisles clear to assist the flight attendants to serve you efficiently and also for your own safety.
1,000.
Thank you.
This is 500 should be fine. Okay. Let's do 500. Let's do 30. Okay. Make sure autopilot is turned on. Climb detent. Okay, that should be fine. Alright, cool. So let's go outside. Let's try this angle. And let's check our landing. Again, the Oblivious Gamer, what's up? Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for dropping by. Let's also support the Oblivious Gamer on Facebook. Hindi man lahat ng airline ay pumapayag magpa-feature sa loob ng cockpit dahil minsan nagmamadali yung kapitan. Kaya dapat na gawin mo pag gusto mo magpa-feature doon sa loob, tanong ka muna. Yes, actually. That's what I do, Sir Anley. I wait for everyone to, to deboard. And then I ask si flight attendant if possible. And then flight attendant will be the one to ask the pilot. Normally, if they're having a briefing na, syempre hindi na talaga. Nice. So that was our landing. And then let's do a tower view before we end the stream. So let's pause it right here. And then let's search for the tower. Where's the tower? Showcase. And let's find where the tower is. There's the tower. But we actually parked right here. So let's see. Yeah, I think that should be fine. So let's use this tower. for the tower review. Let's go back. So follow mode, no, let's do a drone lock mode. Drone speed, let's set it to 133. And let's do a tower review. Let's use this tower. Where's that tower? Where are you, tower? We need you. Should be right here. There. So let's use this as our vantage point or reference point. There. Let's try to trim it. Drone speed to less than 5. Or 5 should be fine. Let's just trim. Okay. And let's now zoom it to 100. Let's put it in the frame, making sure that it's in the middle. Okay, cool. And I think we're good. Drone lock mode. And let's put it back to, is it 17 or 18? I forgot. I think it's 17 and 30. But let's go back first inside the cockpit and check. 600, 800 feet. I think it should be fine. Okay, so let's set it up. Auto throttle, AP, and climb D10. So we'll get the, what do you call this? The immersion. Okay, let's go back to showcase mode. And we're gonna have the tower view. Okay, play. Let's see. And kaya ako sa'yo, ask ka muna bago pumasok sa cup para alam nila kung pwede or hindi. Pag pwede naman, go, pero pag hindi pinayagan dahil nga sa quick turnaround, mabuti sana kung yes, oo. That's why I always check muna with the flight attendant para si flight attendant yung mag-a-ask kay pilot. Siyempre, I wouldn't assume na kasi na, di ba, parang barge in lang tayo sa cockpit. Siyempre, yan eh, sacred yung room na yun. What are you saying, bro? Ewan ko sa'yo, Davis Gamer. Order ng champ and peach mango pie. Sure, peach mango pie po is 5 minutes pa. Willing to wait po ba? I'm in OTHH. Oh, right now, Captain Rami. Oh, unfortunately, my multiplayer is offline. So I won't be able to see you because I'm flying on VADSIM. Normally if I fly on VADSIM, I put the multiplayer off because it will have conflict with the traffic. Actually, twice ako nakapasok sa cockpit. Syempre, kailangan mo magsabi kung gusto mo mag-last to disembark para makapagpa-picture ka pa. Yes, correct. Yan. Actually, that's the trick there. Last ka dapat to deboard. There, so that was our landing. Welcome to Doha, Qatar, mga Beshiewap. That concludes the 14th leg of our Jollibee World Tour, flying from Muscat, Oman to Doha, Qatar. So let me go back to that chat. I wasn't able to read some of your chats a while ago. Pa-Manila naman yung E321 na pick. Okay. Kasama ko pa yung buong crew ng Philippine 319. Nice. Pati pala yung cursor ng flight namin pa Manila. Kasama sa picture. Cool. Ay, what happened to my What happened to my chat? Ayun. Okay, cool. So there. So that was our Flight Wednesday stream of Microsoft Flight Simulator. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Again, that was the 14th leg of our Jollibee World Tour from Muscat International Airport in Muscat, Oman to Hamad International Airport here in Doha, Qatar. So by Thursday, we will be doing another Microsoft Flight Simulator stream. Now that's gonna be the 15th leg of our Jollibee World Tour. So we will be flying from Doha, Qatar. Now I still haven't figured out which airport we will be flying into, but that's gonna be somewhere here in the Middle East. So as promised, I'll go ahead and show you the route that we will what do you call this, that we will take. But yeah, while the Jollibee aircraft is taxiing to the gate, so let me just show you. So we are here right now in Doha, Qatar. Okay, so I've already disconnected from VADSIM. So again, the Jollibee World Tour, we started here in the Philippines, Manila. We went to Kaohsiung, and then to Hong Kong, to Sanya, to Tanzania, to Bangkok, to Myanmar, Chattogram, Bangladesh. We did 3 flights or 4 flights in India, and then to Karachi, and then to Oman, and now the 14th leg of our Jollibee World Tour is now here in Qatar. Now, what I'm planning to do is I won't go to Europe, because Europe, that's always some high traffic, and a lot of streamers have already been showcasing European countries. So for me, what I want to do is, of course, showcase those countries that with less traffic. So instead of going to Europe, so from here in the Middle East, what I'm planning to do is traverse the Middle East, going to Egypt, and then Libya, Algeria, and then going down here to Guinea or Liberia. It depends. Or Sierra Leone. It depends. Is it Sierra Leone? Sierra Leone. Sorry if I'm butchering the pronunciation. So once here, we will be transitioning to South America. So this will be the my mini crossing the pond event. So that's gonna be from here to here, and then after that we'll be traversing South America, going to Colombia, and then to Mexico, and then probably to the western United States, going to Canada, and we will not, of course, cross the pond, so because that's actually too long. We need at least 1 hour to 1.5 hour flight, to a maximum of 1.5 hour flight for our stream. So we really can't do more than a 2-hour flight. So instead of crossing the pond, we'll be doing this route to Canada, probably somewhere here, and then going back here, then to Japan, and then not sure if we can go back to Taiwan again. So after Japan, probably we're gonna go back to Taiwan, or somewhere here in the island of Japan to Taiwan, and then going back to Manila. So that's gonna be our route. Again, we will not be doing US flights except for the western United States area. We will not be doing European flights because a lot of streamers have already been showcasing European countries. So instead of doing that, we're gonna showcase the Middle East instead, and Africa. There, Middle East, Africa, and then going down to South America, and then going up to North America, particularly the western side, and then Canada, and then I'm not sure which continent is this. I'm sorry, I'm really not that good in geometry, but I'm gonna figure out along the way, and then going back to Manila. So probably Japan. We're gonna do a number of flights in Japan, and then maybe Taiwan, because it's really hard. It's really a long flight if we're gonna do a Japan to Manila flight. So probably we're gonna go back to Taiwan, but instead of Kaohsiung, maybe we can do Taiwan, or Taipei rather, and then maybe Manila after that. So who knows, but that's gonna be our route. DJM actually mentioned or asked about it. Let's go back to our sim. So we are still taxiing to taxiway or stand Bravo 10. Welcome to Doha, pre. Yes, mag-US ka, pre. A lot of streamers na rin kasi, Sir Andre, have been showcasing US US countries. Actually, the reason why I'm doing, or I'm showcasing those countries who which are not being popularly visited by streamers, is because when I started streaming Microsoft Flight Simulator, what I did when I was still not on VATSIM during that time, what I did is I do random places. So what I do is I go to a site where it randomizes an airport, and I just choose an adjacent airport rather, which is around an hour or 1.5 hours from the randomized airport. And most of the time I came across rather unknown airports or airports that are really not that popular. And I've received not just a couple of comments, I'd say a few comments about some viewers the appreciating my live stream of showcasing their country. Of course, it's not that popular country. It's not a popular country, so you won't see that in the you won't see it frequently in the news, in the television, or in anywhere. So, uh, those comments actually, it's somehow what do you call this? Parang Tagalogin ko na nga. Naubusan ako ng English. Sorry, Captain Rabi. I am actually lost for words right now. So, medyo nakakatawa, di ba? So, it actually cheers my heart to see those comments kasi they appreciated that especially if you're not really used to seeing your place or your country in a live stream. They do appreciate it, and of course for me, seeing those comments, I do appreciate it as well, that someone appreciates what I'm doing. So that's the reason why I decided to go to the Middle East instead of doing a European tour. I'm gonna do a Middle East tour, then African tour, South American tour, because these are the places that are not commonly flown into by streamers. So at least somewhere in the world, or someone who will come across my stream will feel happy that someone showcased their country or their place. I remember there's one, I forgot the name of the airport. It was a long comment, and the gist of it is he really appreciates someone showcasing their country or their airport because it's really not a known airport. It's not a popular airport, and seeing it on a live stream makes them happy. So there, that's actually my thoughts about it. So anyway, mag Vancouver ka na lang, pre. Basta Western Canada. We're gonna, after South America, we're gonna travel to Mexico. We're gonna do a couple of flights there, a few flights there, and then after Mexico, probably Calax. We're gonna do a Calax a stream. That was specifically requested by my cousin who's actually in California. So after Calax, we're gonna go upper of Western America, so probably Washington and then Canada. So those areas in the western hemisphere of Canada, or western part of Canada, and then going north, and then going back down to Japan and then Taiwan. So that's gonna be our route for the Jollibee World Tour. But of course, I don't have the exact airports yet or the details because I plan it along the way. So right now, I still don't know where our 15th leg will be, but I'm gonna plan it right after this stream. So I'm gonna look for an international airport to the west of Doha, Qatar, which is around an hour or a 1 hour and a half away from Doha. So somewhere in the western part of Doha. So watch out for that. We're gonna do that on Thursday. So I'll show you the flight plan once we begin or once we live stream on Thursday. So anyway, so that's it. San Diego, California, baka naman. Kung kalapit lang yon, Sir Andre. Calax sa San Diego. So parang similar to Oman and Dubai. That's the reason why we didn't fly to Dubai anymore, kasi it's too near from Oman. So instead of doing a Dubai flight, we skipped Dubai and did a Qatar flight na lang. So there. Probably I'll see you on Thursday, just in case. Feel free to fly again, Sir Andre, if you have time. Yeah. Cool. So again, thank you everyone. Thanks to everyone who dropped by the stream. Captain Rami, I know you're still there. Thank you as well. I'm gonna catch your stream just in case. If you I saw your post pala, you won't be streaming until the 23rd, if I'm not mistaken. And by the way, advance happy birthday. It's gonna be Captain Rami's birthday on the 18th of June. That's gonna be on Sunday. So No, I take it back. I'm gonna greet you on Thursday instead. Because we will still be having a live stream on Thursday. So I'm gonna greet you on Thursday instead. But still, advance happy birthday. Oo naman, salamat ng marami po. You're welcome, Sir Andre. Until next time. So that was our Flight Tuesday stream of Microsoft Flight Simulator, mga Beshiewap. Again, thank you everyone for supporting the live stream. I'll see you again on Thursday for the 15th leg of our Jollibee World Tour. Again, you watch Borg Gaming channel, and this was our Flight Tuesday stream of Microsoft Flight Simulator multi-streaming on Facebook and YouTube. So please support me by following me on Facebook and by subscribing to my YouTube channel. Please like and share the stream as well. I am also an Epic Games partner, so you may support me on Epic Games by using my creator tag BORGGAMING whenever you purchase a game or DLC on Epic Games. So that's BORGGAMING, spelled as BORG Gaming, just one word. Please use that to support me as an Epic Games partner. Thank you in advance. Mabuhay po kayong lahat hanggang gusto ninyo. Blue Sky, thank you for the stars. I really appreciate it. And Richard Rosas as well. Thank you for sending stars. I'll see you everyone on Thursday. Cheers to all and good night. Thank you, Sir Andre, and good night everyone. Happy Tuesday. Okay, so before we end our stream, let's go back to the poll on Facebook, and the poll questions related to our destination, which is Qatar. And the question is, what is the capital of Qatar? So two choices. Is it Doha? Or is it Dotai? So I think the votes are in. Let's now reveal the answer to the poll. According to our malilinis, the Beshiewap, 64% of them voted for Doha. Only 36% voted for Dotai. So now you know, according to our malilinis na Beshiewap, the capital of Qatar is Doha. Talo na naman si Mod Roberta. Anyway. So thank you everyone. Thank you to those who participated in that poll. We'll have another poll on Thursday for the 15th leg of our Jollibee World Tour during our Flight Thursday stream of Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'll see you there. Let's see if we can raid someone who's live right now. Pabes Gaming. We don't have any Beshiewaps online right now, so let's read some. Oh no, we have actually. Cherenkov is live playing League of Legends. Unfortunately, it's not Microsoft Flight Simulator, but Cherenkov is actually one of our Beshiewap streamers, so let's raid him instead. Because the streamers who are streaming Microsoft Flight Simulator right now, I really don't know them, and I'm not sure if they're English speakers as well. So let's just raid Cherenkov playing League of Legends for those who are on Facebook. So thank you. Don't forget to fix your camera. What happened? What happened to my camera? What camera, Captain? Fix camera. Sorry, I'm not getting it. Flickering. I see. Well, no, that's fine. It's actually because of the game. So normally for heavy airports or heavy sceneries, sometimes it affects the graphics card, but it might be fixed once I upgrade to a higher GPU. Hey, Tito Eric! Thanks for tuning in. Pogi mo raw. Grabe naman, Tito Eric. Siyempre, mas pogi ka pa rin. Walang mas pogi kay Tito Eric. Rogue Sky Sims, everyone. And of course, Captain Rami77 on YouTube. Please also support. I can see things in the background. It goes... Yep, actually. Because, I've... What do you call this? I've turned down the brightness. Normally, if I use this, it's too bright. You can see sometimes when my face becomes oily, you'll see it. So instead of doing that, I'm lowering down the brightness, and because of that, sometimes you'll see the background. Normally, because you need a high bright light in order for the green screen to pop out. But yeah, that's it. It's minor things actually. I really don't mind it. What's important is actually the game. But still, thank you, Captain Rami, for noticing it. Okay, So let's now raid Cherenkov playing League of Legends. So probably I'll see you on Saturday. Saturday. On Thursday, everyone. Captain Rami, have a nice flight. I think you're gonna fly right now from Doha, Qatar. So safe skies, everyone. Tito Eric, thank you again. Please support Rogue Sky Sims on Facebook. But of course, before we go, always remember, play hard but still play safe, and most importantly, play responsibly. So once again, my name is Borg, and this is Borg Gaming Channel, now signing off. Till next time, mga Beshiewap. Matane!